Watch me struggle. What's going on YouTube? Dad Who Does here. Today I've got to replace the door handle on my 2013 Tesla. It's not popping out like the other handles are. So this is as good as it gets right now for me. So since we're having trouble with our door handle here, I've ordered a replacement through eBay. It was $100. And I'll show you the part that broke on mine. Should be a real easy fix, but I just wanted to document it. I've seen videos for doing the front door, but I have yet to see any for doing the rear door. So I thought I'd make a video to show you all how to do the rear door. Taking just a moment to evaluate these two paddle gears. On the right here, we've got our original paddle gear. This came out of a 2017 Model S. And this is the newly redesigned paddle gear that Tesla is offering when they retrofit door handles. The old piece is fairly weak and seems to break off quite frequently here, whereas the new piece is much more durable. And that's probably a factor that it is made out of steel, whereas the old piece is made out of aluminum and is non-magnetic. What I find really interesting is how they managed to take out a lot of the material here to reduce the weight. And one would expect that being made out of steel, that the new piece would weigh a lot more, but actually doing a side-by-side comparison, we can see that this piece actually weighs less. First thing we got to do is remove some of these covers for screws and bolts that are underneath. So I'm getting in here and real gently gonna work up this piece right here. Pull that out, just like that. And I believe it's exposing looks like a 10mm screw or bolt down there. And then the second one here is behind the door plate. So let's see if we can do this. And there we go. And right behind the door handle cover plate, you can see there's two T30 nuts. We're just going to start by taking these two guys out. Now in the pocket handle of the door is a 10mm socket. All we got to do, or bolt, all we got to do is reach in there with our 10mm socket and loosen that sucker up. Now with all the bolts out, we can start to pull off this panel. The best way is to reach down from the bottom and start to pull out. There we go. And then once it's freely flapping, we can start to lift up and try to unhook it here from this. Here we go. One side. Next, we've got a couple of wires that we need to disconnect. Disconnect the window switch, disconnect the LED light, and finally disconnect the door handle switch. And pull away this piece, put it somewhere safe. Next, we need to take off some of these adhesive pieces. They're on with some very sticky adhesive, so you want to do it slowly so that the adhesive stays with the backing and doesn't stick to the door. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to remove these two right here. There's a bolt. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to hold up what the new one looks like so we can see where the holes are for the screws, so we can see This one lines up here. The next one looks like it's gonna go through right here on the bottom one. And that means there's gonna be one behind this piece and one down here. So we'll have to reach our arm in to get to the one over here, but I think we can peel back this one and then we'll be able to get to the others. So let me get set up here. Start with the easy one first and we'll work our way from there. Okay, next easiest is gonna be this one. I'll just peel this back. Go ahead and get this one right here. Now I'm reaching in to loosen the nut in the upper left corner. Okay, and there it is. Finally, the most difficult one of all. It's gonna be way over in here. There's no other way to get to it than to go in here, go in with my ratchet here and get it out. Okay, and there's the last one. Next thing, to get this regulator out of the way, the best way is to undo a screw that's at the bottom here. So I'm gonna reposition the camera. You can see, I just need to move this a little bit forward, not a lot, so that there's enough clearance for me to slide the handle out this way right here through this opening. Okay, so now we're on the underside of the car looking up. We want to remove this plug right here. I recommend if you have something soft with which to remove it so you don't scratch the paint, that would be better. Perfect. Okay, and it's a 10mm socket to get that nut. Keeps things nice and simple for me. Okay, there's the nut. So with the window all the way up the way it is, it's actually harder to move than it was previously, but it does slide a little bit back and forth, and that will be just enough that I need to get this piece out. Last piece before we slide this out is there is a wire that's connected in here. So we need to get this wire out of the way. It's clipped on in a number of places. So I disconnected it here. I'm actually gonna want to remove these two pieces right here, and then I'll be able to get it out. So let me work it out delicately, gingerly, slowly, carefully. Just to slide it. There we go. There we go. So the answer probably was just to slide it out. Okay, so now we'll just disconnect this guy here. Push down on the tab right there, whilst at the same time pulling it apart. There it goes. There, it seems like putting my finger in there and putting some pressure behind that one was the trick. Okay, now y'all can watch me struggle as I try to get it past this regulator guide. Okay, there it is. Easy peasy, right?
For sure.
Okay, now I got them off and I want to show you what's going on here. So there's a cover that you're going to find, came with the old one too. This new one, this will be the new one, the replacement one, it didn't come with the handle, and that's because the factory handle is colored to my car. So I want to switch the handle over. So this is what we're going to work on now. It's just removing this piece, and there was actually some stick-ons here that had to be removed. So just remove it slowly and this should come off. This wire is going to have to come over for this particular application because they didn't bring the wire with it. And I'll show you what happened on mine specifically is there's a piece right here. It's supposed to line up with the motor. Oh yeah, and you can see. So this piece here, it broke off, and it should be it should go down in there and connect with the gear on the motor here. So that's why mine broke. Not sure if there was an easy way to fix it. I couldn't order just this piece, so I got the whole handle. Again, it was $100, so not a big deal. And now I'll just go ahead and I'll use the Torx. I'll take off this this custom handle here, which you can see is colored white to match my car. And then once we do the switch over, we'll catch back up. All right, be right back.
I'll be back.
And right here, these are T20 Torx bits. So I got my bit here, and I'll go ahead and loosen these. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, screws are out. So let's see what happens now when I go to pull on that. Gotta separate it. Okay, there we go. You can see the back piece came out. Pull on the new one. And I need to take this light out. That light will need to transfer over, and I can disconnect it right here, and it'll reconnect on this gun, this one right there. Okay, looks like it just pops. Push hard enough. Yep, okay, just pushed real hard and it popped off. So again, I gotta figure out how to get this light out without damaging it. With regards to the light, I just got a, using a screwdriver as a pry tool. And it looks like I pried this way, and then this way. There we go. And there we go, and it popped out. So next step will be to thread it through here. And then figure out how to disconnect this piece right here. Okay, looks like there's a pop-up clip. I'm not sure if I'm on the camera, so I can see if there's a pop-up tab right there. There we go. Okay, we'll swap that sucker over. There we go. This can come off now. There we go. And I don't know if you guys figured out, I put this zip tie on there because I couldn't get it off otherwise. So I need to get this zip tie off here. It's going to be to remove this piece right here. Looks like we've got one more zip tie holding it in place. So we'll go, snip that off, and then I can see right here there's a tab, and there we go. Okay, so let's zero in. I'll put this aside. I'm not sure if the motor on this one works yet, so before I toss this, I'm just going to put it aside, just hook everything up and see what happens here. So now I'm focusing on the replacement now. I just need to put everything back together. So I'll start by snapping this in place. There we go. It's totally in place now. And the place where we cut that was here. There was no zip tie here, so all that seems to go around here. Just want to mention that go around the edge where that sticky seal is. First make sure you orient it right, and just press really hard to get a nice firm airtight seal again. That's what you want. Press nice and hard around all the edges, right where it meets. So one more thing, I think to make my life easier, what I want to do is I want to take this door switch out so that I can take this wire over to the door and actuate it rather than bring the entire door panel. I just want to take the switch. So we'll do that. Okay, so we're looking at it upside down right now. It's a T25. Let's see. So we'll just go. We got it out. The micro switch is right. Let's see if we can get focused. There it is. So there's the micro switch that gets
that gets hit every time this opens. So I just need this so I can send a signal so we can test out on the door. Okay. So first, take my screwdriver. I'm gonna fool it into thinking this door is closed. Okay, handle sucked back in a little bit. Then close all the handles. Great. Then we approach the car. Pops out. When I do this, when I pull on it, this should get triggered right here. Perfect.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Model S and Model X door handles are one of the most common repairs out there. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. That's how we make more videos. Until next time, Austin EV only.